Hey, Sandeep, I have around 15 plus years of experience on the ETL side. I work with the Informatica and other tools, and I have good knowledge in databases like all the Teradata, Snowflake, and Oracle SQL Server. I have knowledge about the Python skills, but I didn't develop anything actually, but I just know PySpark. I saw that I had in my project, but I didn't know much in the PySpark.
Okay.
And I'm familiar with the AWS and GCP, but not Azure.
Okay, fine.
And Databricks, we can do with any platform, right? It's not necessary to have it on Azure. We can do with
See, there
AWS.
are two flavors mostly. One is AWS and one is Azure Databricks.
Okay.
So mostly companies use Azure Databricks because Azure supports huge cluster configurations.
Okay.
They support high concurrent clusters. That's heavy
Okay.
clusters.
Okay.
So AWS is a bit down there.
Okay. I can go with Azure. So it's a
So,
basic concept.
so we especially we do it in community database. Okay. So for this we don't
Okay.
need to connect any cloud or something. Okay.
Okay. So
And
what's your experience, Sandeep?
I have 6+ years of experience in PySpark,
Okay.
Spark and data engineering.
Okay. You're in which company?
So I work for a product-based company called Swiss Re, if you know, if you're
No,
aware of
okay.
it. It's a
Okay, no.
reinsurance business. It's a
Okay.
very good product-based company. It's established in 1865, somewhere around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they work on Palantir tool. It's a niche tool in the current market. It
Oh, okay.
works. It's a one of the big data tool,
Oh,
but you
okay.
don't need any cloud or something. Everything is automated in that platform.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
you're from Hyderabad?
I'm from Bangalore. I worked
Oh,
in
you're.
Hyderabad
Oh,
previous companies.
oh, okay.
I worked in Deloitte there. So later on, I have moved to Swiss Re.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, this is all my background. So from the beginning itself, I started working in machine learning,
Oh,
then moved
nice.
to PySpark and Spark in
Mm.
the same year in the same company.
Mm.
Then I joined Deloitte. There I worked with Azure Databricks, ADF, Synapse Analytics.
Okay. Swiss rate. Oh, okay. Mm. Good to
Yeah,
hear.
it's a very it's a big company with good revenue, but they don't hire people very much. They're very picky.
Mm.
So if you want to get hired, you have to do a degree in NIT or something.
Okay. Yeah, usually product-based companies are actually very picky.
They're very picky.
Okay. Okay. Databricks, right? So will you have knowledge on Python, PySpark Max? How is it?
So if you have a
It's
basic knowledge in Python, that's enough. You're
okay.
already. I heard that you're a SQL developer as well. Uh,
Yeah, I know very good SQL. I'm good in SQL.
yeah. So basically, PySpark is nothing but Python plus SQL plus Spark.
Okay. Okay.
So every other function that you see in the SQL, like window functions and all, you see it in
Mm.
PySpark as well. All the
Okay.
filtering stuff, everything,
Mm. Okay.
analytical
And
functions.
yeah, and they use some kind of processor you need to mention, right, to make it faster. Because I last project I was in support.
Hmm.
We used to, whenever it is running slow, we need to change the number of cores and stuff. I forgot, but we used to have some
That's a
parameter.
cluster configuration.
Yeah, class configuration.
Because
Okay.
a Spark is a distributed compute system, which
Okay.
means your transformation don't run on a single node. It runs on a
Okay.
multi-core node.
Okay.
So you need to utilize the complete cluster.
Okay.
So to that, we need to segregate the data, do some calculations. as per
Okay.
your size of the data, then do further optimization, etc. It's like how you do it in SQL in indexing, then joins. So if you want to do efficient joins, how do you do it in SQL? You just filter out the unnecessary cards,
Okay.
then do the join. So similarly, there are like a lot of process and techniques inside Spark as well, much
Okay.
more than SQL.
Okay. So like if I need to run Databricks, if from a laptop, what should I do? I need to install something.
See, there is like when Spark introduced it, it was an open source project by Spark developers. So late in 2013 or somewhere 13, 2003, I don't know when it started. I think it's 2011, 13 around.
Okay.
Okay, so it's open source. You can download the software package for Spark package inside your laptop. Then
Okay.
you need to install. Of course, you need to have Python installed in your laptop. Then the JVM package inside
Okay.
Spark will interact with your Python. Python language will interact with JVM. JVM will interact with the Spark. Then you can
Okay.
do it. But it's not efficient inside a single laptop because the idea itself, to run to process the big data, large data in multi-core machine. We are
Okay.
doing it the same in the single laptop. It won't make any sense. But for learning purpose, of course, you can do. It's available. It's open source.
And can we get in Azure? Don't we have any trial? AWS provides 1 year
See,
free,
there
right?
is a trial version by Databricks. So Databricks
Okay.
provides a free version for dev work for learning
Okay.
purpose. It's called Community Databricks.
Okay.
So you can create your account for free using any Hotmail or Outlook account or any company's email account.
Okay.
And you can use it for free. But there you have a limited cluster configuration. You will get only single node machine, I guess, like single node with 2 core processor.
Okay.
Yeah. And also you can get the trial version from Azure. So
Okay.
where you need to give your credit card details, then activate it.
Oh,
Then you'll
okay.
get a free trial version for 30 days.
Oh, only
You'll get
30 days.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
you'll get 13,000 rupees in India if
Okay.
you're staying. Uh, in US and other states, I don't know, you'll get around $300, I guess.
Okay.
So you can utilize that amount for your services in the 30 days.
Okay.
It's always
And
like you use the new credit card and you create with new mail ID every day if it expires.
okay. And what is it? For Azure, do I need, so in case if I'm go to Azure Databricks, do I need to know any services or something? It's mandatory services I need to know. Overall view about Azure.
Don't necessarily need any other services. You'll be knowing this. It's good to know that storage accounts, about storage accounts, where you
Okay.
store the data.
Okay.
But not anything necessarily if you're
Oh,
just learning purpose.
okay.
So
Okay.
inside Databricks, when you deploy a Databricks service inside Azure, it
Uh,
in turn creates a storage account for your Databricks. You cannot
okay.
access the storage account directly, but you can access the storage account from Databricks. So all your data, so whatever tables, files you store in your Databricks system,
Mm,
so that in turn in backend, all those files will be stored in that Azure storage account, which is associated to your Databricks instance.
okay.
So all backend process. You need not to worry about that. But I'm just telling you that how
Understood.
Databricks holds the data.
Okay. Yeah, we can start the class, right?
Yeah, there's one more person, I guess. Like,
We can go ahead, Sandeep. Like she's still like on the way to home. We can start.
now what should we do? Like, I'm not sure. Like,
We can have a one kind of demo class and the overall what we can cover as part of the course.
okay. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
1 second. Yes, I can see. Oh no. Give me a second. Not letting me. Okay, yeah.
Let me
No,
reshare.
not.
Let me reshare.
Can I share it again? Yeah, I can see your screen, Sandeep.
Yeah, it's I'm using the whole laptop. It'll take some time.
Okay.
You can see my Databricks instance, right? Community one. Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
You can see the notebook right here.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. So this is the community edition.
Okay.
If you know. So here is your here will be your workspace where you
Okay.
can have come on. Yeah. So where you will have this shared folder, users folder in your organization. If you are using a collaborative Databricks instance, then you will find all your piece usernames here. Since this
Okay.
is a community version, you could only see my email ID. And inside this, if I go, I can have multiple folders, files, and all everything. So catalog, it's a new stuff where you can see your data. You can see your databases over here if you are available. Then tables over here, the list. Then you'll have a compute option here in the side panel where you can configure your cluster.
Before that, can you give me overall view why we need Databricks? Can you give me?
Okay, let me tell you. So to process, so suppose say you have a 100 GB data file in your CSV file in your local system, right? So your company has a database and it's a table which has a every day it generates a 100 GB worth of transactions. Okay. Suppose let's say it's an incremental table and you're receiving 100 GB data every day.
Okay.
So if you want to process this from your local machine with some i7 16 GB RAM and so on.
Okay.
So will it be able to do that process in just faster way? Of course, no, right? It will exhaust because the power inside your local system is not able to cater the requirement that you have. Maybe if we have the less data, suppose say your table has just less transactions of up to 10 GB, 20 GB, 30 GB, maybe it can able to handle. But the data is not same. No, it will as your business grows, the data also increases, right? So what if on some certain day it crosses the 100 GB, it crosses 200 GB, 300 GB transactions in a single day. So at that time, local machine can't support the data, the transactions. So what Spark does is Spark will use the cluster of nodes. Nodes is nothing but the CPUs. Uh, just imagine like computers. So it will give you uh, like n number of. It can allocate you n number of computer nodes. So you can distribute this data. So whatever you are getting, you can distribute this data along these clusters, and you can process the incremental table, the transactions that your business generating much more faster way. So for much lesser prices, right? So this is the use of Spark. So why Databricks? Databricks is again a tool which interacts with Spark. See, Spark doesn't have a interactive UI kind of thing. So all you need to do is you need to write some Python program and you need to supply that to the Spark. So whereas Databricks, it's like a, I can say like it's like a Windows in your PC. So previously with before Windows, we have Unix systems, Linux system, mostly it's command-based systems where people find it difficult to navigate. At the moment when the Windows came into existence, so you have all this nice user interface with all the clickable icons and all. So Databricks will provide you the interactive uh, graphics to your Spark. That's it. It's a tool that has been developed using Spark. In it just l- it just links your Spark and all this nice GUI thing. So where you can see all this nice notebooks. So it's called the Jupyter notebooks. If you are aware of it, it will provide this shell type of command interface where you can write your code. So when you submit this code, this Databricks will submit your code to JVM. Then the JVM process converts that into Spark code. Then Spark will run the program.
Okay. So
Right?
it's a just a GUI for the PySpark, right? But is it say like before we used to do with the
It's
SQL
not the UI for PySpark. It's a UI for Spark.
Spark? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Spark supports various language APIs, and one of the language APIs is Python. So
Okay.
Python plus Spark equal to PySpark. So if you can
Okay.
see, Spark supports 4 languages: Python, SQL, Scala, and R.
Okay.
So basically, Spark is written in Scala.
Okay.
Okay. So these guys over the time have provided the various language APIs to interact with the Spark. So
Okay.
this Python is a
Yes.
language API.
Okay. So if I use the
So
Python, that is the PySpark?
yes,
Okay. What about the SQL?
you can use SQL as well. Here I have used SQL.
Okay.
So Spark supports all these 4 language APIs. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So when other languages, you suppose you are writing your code in Python, right?
Okay.
So this Python API transfers your code to Scala backend
Oh, okay.
at the backend.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The JVM bytecode will be there, right? It will convert
Okay.
into that JVM bytecode. Then it will submit this bytecode to Spark. Okay. Then Spark will understood this bytecode. Then it will process the transactions transformation. So
Okay. Got you. So can you show me what are the topics you're going to cover?
So we can cover all the basics like about PySpark and various why PySpark is preferred than Scala.
Okay.
So the topics will be like I'll cover all the topics in PySpark, all the filter commands, analytical functions. How do you optimize your joins? So what are the different joins available in PySpark and Spark? See, normally if you are in SQL background, left join, anti-join, left join, right join, and full join, maybe.
Okay.
So in Spark, we have different joins, join strategies that we call sort merge join, broadcast join, all this stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Anti-joins, semi-joins, cross joins.
And do you
So we'll
support for
cover
the
all this.
certification preparation?
Yeah.
What certification? What is the Databricks certified as a developer Apache Spark? How long it will take?
So in Databricks, there are two certifications that you can do. So
Okay.
one is the associate level,
Okay.
and then the other one is the expert level.
Okay.
So I would suggest you to give to the first you try the associate level certification.
Okay. How complex that certificate?
Not that complex. It's like just multiple choice questions and all.
Okay. No. I mean to say,
If
do
you
you
have
need to
some
have?
basic, if you have a basic understanding of how Spark works,
Okay.
right? How can how internally the Spark works? It's not about learning PySpark, just filtering the
Okay.
stuff using all the stuff. You should know
Okay.
how Spark internally works. When
Okay.
internally works means when you submit an action, what it will do backend.
Okay.
So why Spark is 100x? So if you have a distributed system, there are lot of distributed computing systems even before Spark exists. One of that is Hadoop, very popular one.
Okay.
So that is also the Hadoop. Hadoop is also a distributed compute environment, and Spark is also a distributed computing environment. Then what's the difference if using Spark? Why Spark is 100x faster than Hadoop? So you should when you get this idea is like when you have the internal of when you know the internals of Spark, then you can say like you can differentiate like why Hadoop is slower or why Spark is 100x faster than Hadoop. You can answer this type of questions. Okay.
The projects, are you supporting any projects?
I'm supporting currently. I'm supporting. Yeah.
No, a part of this training, are you doing any project?
So previously I did projects, but currently I write PySpark code. I write
No.
PySpark.
I think part of this training, are we doing any kind of some dummy projects?
Okay. So we do small scale projects, okay, data moments. So how it will be like. So, so today I'll cover some topics. I'll give you a homework. You have to
Okay.
finish that homework.
Okay.
Okay, that's how it will be. It will be like 40% I'll tell you like what are the topics, what is the topics, and what are the remaining 60% you have to do your preparation. Okay, your homework.
Okay.
Okay, until and unless you do the stuff, actual stuff, you won't get it.
Yeah, I know. We need to make our answer ready. Otherwise, we can't learn. Yeah.
You need to have you need a hands-on experience on Spark. Okay,
Okay.
you need to understand the how the data is submitted to your driver, how the data is handled by your driver, how the
Okay.
executor is processing your data. So are you
Okay.
utilizing the complete resources in the cluster for your transactions?
Okay.
So you need to, have the idea about all these topics. So when
Okay.
you will get the idea, when you see and when you practice it.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Okay. And you said Python basic program is good, right? But PySpark we need to know detailed, right?
If you just know Python and PySpark, SQL, then that's enough.
Okay. Okay.
Even if you don't know, then that's fine. If you know just Python basics, then it's
Okay.
fine. If you want
Okay.
me to cover Python basics and a few topics in Python, I'm okay with it. We can spend
No,
1 or 2 days.
yeah, I'll try to brush up before joining. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I can do that before starting. I'll brush up my skills. Python. Okay. Okay, can you share I think Ganesh shared with me the syllabus, the same thing, right? Or something else? Let me see. Do you have any syllabus? Can you show me what you follow? So basically, I'm kind of doing data engineer work. It's basically I
Mm-hmm.
need to connect with all the data, all the different sources like databases and what is that? PDF file, XML file, all kind of. I need to try with all different sources and loading it. That is my main objective actually.
What are your sources again? Pardon?
Uh, all the semi-structured now, semi-structured, unstructured data, unstructured resources, all the files, flat file, PDF file, XML, JSON file, those kind of stuff.
Okay.
Or,
PDF files.
yeah.
Okay. So what you want to do with all this data?
And just it's a data engineering kind of movement, data movement. I need to store it in the table. Maybe I need to process and load it. That's
If
the
it's a
thing. Because,
PDF, then the data will be of
not PDF,
unstructured,
maybe
like
JSON. JSON. You can do with a JSON, right?
yeah,
Mm.
JSON.
Yeah.
Flat files is CSV and text files.
You work with the JSON files, right?
Yeah, we can do anything. So once you
Okay.
load the data frame, then
Okay.
same.
Okay.
It's a data frame is nothing but your tabular form with
Okay.
headers and columns. So once
Mm.
you load your JSON file, then it will be as a tabular format only. So, so when Spark has been introduced, so the first data structure is RDD, which is resilient distributed data sets.
Okay.
It's an array type of data structure to support the distributed computing environment. To support the distributing compute environment, we need to segregate the data, right? So for
Mm.
that, they have introduced the RDD. Then after RDD, they have introduced data frames, which is a row and column based data structure. Then we have other data structure called data sets. So when you use data sets, the data sets it's largely used in machine learning stuff or streaming data.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll cover all these topics once we start. the course.
Okay. So mostly I'll be looking for that associate certificate. Yeah. So are you covering all the topics or how is it?
Yeah, we can cover it. So it's about like you have to study all these things. Look,
Okay.
so no one will cover every
I know.
small topic. Okay.
I know, but give me
So
the I
it's
just need the resources.
yeah.
What is it? If you can
So
share
it's
with me
just not that much difficult if you know like Databricks, you know about Databricks UI stuff. What are
Okay.
the various options and all?
Okay.
That
Okay.
will be fine for the first
Okay.
topic. For the second topic, you need a SQL and Python background, where they'll ask some questions, scenario-based questions. Suppose you have this this data, this table of data. You have to filter down something. You have to
Okay.
find an aggregate of something. You have to write the syntax.
Okay.
Then some multiple choice question on the incremental data processing.
Got it.
And all these are the multiple choice questions only. Only here you'll get some scenario-based questions.
Okay. And other stuff are
It's
like
not
kind of static. I mean to say, it's basically the options, whatever available, we need to go through it, right? Except that one.
I didn't understand.
No, can you go to that one? You are showing 5 points, right? Some ELT and database, Databricks, Python, PySpark, and everything. Can you go show me that one?
1 second.
Okay.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah. See, except the ELT, the point two, right? All others are kind of standard notes we need to go through it, right?
Standard stuff.
Okay. Okay. Various options we need to know, maybe. Okay.
Wait, let's suppose for data governance. So how do you
Okay.
look for particular table inside your Databricks?
Okay.
How do you find this?
Okay.
So that kind of stuff. So what
Okay.
is like manager table, unmanager table, external table, sorry.
Okay.
What are those things? So what happens if you delete the external table? What happens if you delete manager table? All these data governance questions you can
Oh,
expect
okay.
here. Then the
Okay.
production pipelines, like you have a notebook that is been scheduled to it's just some ETL movement.
Okay.
So how do you monitor the job and the Databricks? Like that questions will come here. Then incremental data processing. How do you handle incremental data inside your Databricks? All
Okay.
such strategy that you build. All this scenario-based questions. It's a pretty
Okay.
standard questions. These questions won't change. If you just go into any dumps, you will find it. It's a standard questions. Even these are the standard questions, but you should, I suggest you should be well prepared for this.
Okay.
And remaining stuff is Databricks. How it's different. All the general questions like what are the other options?
Okay.
How do you manage the clusters? What is this option? What is that option?
Okay.
The awareness questions. Any other things? That's associate is pretty basic, but professional, it requires. It requires at least like 1 or 2 years completely, dedicated in Spark. You should know every bit, every corner of Spark, data modeling,
Okay.
what is security. So in the cluster, like you can give some groups, like you can do some admin work, right? Like, so this cluster is not, accessed by some people, some group. You can give that security kind of thing. All this advanced options. It's not that much difficult if you know everything, but it's a little bit tough than the associate one.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
So you don't need to do anything. You don't need to install the Spark in your local system. You can always use the community edition. So I use all for my all work.
Oh, okay.
I use the community edition.
Oh, okay. Community. Okay.
So it's pretty much useful. I'll just give you the link.
Okay. Perfect.
Ganesh, is she joining or?
I think no sleep. Maybe we'll connect with her like tomorrow morning. When you're free.
Okay.
I'll inform her about this. I'll share the recording also.
Okay, fine.
Can you share me that link which we are showing now, like associate in a professional one?
I pasted it in the chat.
Okay. So Ramesh, do you have any questions?
I think I'm good. Okay.
You need to cover any specific topics or how? Or you
No.
just need the Databricks associate?
Yeah,
We'll
I'm
just
looking for
cover everything.
Okay. Maybe
We'll cover
I'll
everything regarding data
Okay.
engineering in Spark. But
Okay.
if you have any specific requirement, so I want to know this. I want to know how to transfer the data here and there, S3, SAP, Salesforce. I
Okay.
need to extract the data. If you have any specific, I want ADF in Azure.
Okay. Okay. Let me
Okay.
let me go through and maybe I can come up with my requirement. Okay. At present I'm just trying to learn, but I would see because I want to see most on Azure side because I'm trying to change my job. So mostly I need to look at the Azure side.
Yeah.
Azure, yeah, I'll look into that one. I'll let you know something. Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. If you don't have anything, you can drop off, I guess.
Okay, sure. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Ramesh, I'll give you a call in a few minutes.
Oh, okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.